Brown abo.
Kara brown.
Na kitu ndio inakaa blacki.
Kama ka brown.
Kako na kushikana. Yeah?
Igiri. Na igiri.
Okay.
So he kau na he gaka. Diare ire. Kau dora koda.
Kau.
Wenda inegene.
Ore ke guhirerie wifi. The wifi pole. Much better.
Yeah.
Okay, peoples. Dash tuko poa?
Dash ni araiwa kweli?
Ama amezuba. I think amezuba.
Nakwambia rege.
Yeah?
Ni line za Kenya. Zikikataa zinakataa.
Yeah.
Kameumana.
Kameumana. Oh, he's back. You guys excited on a Sunday afternoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Network yako inashinda ikipotea.
Yangu inakaa ikipotea sijui kwa nini, lakini sasa niko fiti.
Oh.
Kitu hata niko na shida nayo ni mic nasikia.
Muni gavana Kenya.
Ate?
Moja agora gavana Kenya nigetha ndimwikire wifi kundu guothe.
Ugo niguo ndirenda mwike.
Mwikire wifi.
Okay,
mama Fuadi nietetera.
Ya gaindo kule na ni wifi kule ona tiwe irio wifi.
Au nema.
Niwona ndiraigua ona ndiraigua uri orauga.
I know.
No menyire guthoma lips riu nigetha uteithike. This is done for you. It's a done deal.
I know.
Utawekea wifi.
Mama Fuadi acha nikwambie ukisimama
projects.
Nikisimama hata wifi hata kwa shule.
Hata tutaweka wifi na tutaweka maziwa kwa mifereji.
Nichague governor.
Watu watakuwa na kunywa maziwa kutoka kwa mifereji. Wewe tumekushika mkono.
Oi, ile empty promises mangai.
Answer nikikuheni let me actually show you let me show you my good side. My good side is talking to you right now. Take off.
Inena na control na moko.
Hebu tuone.
The good side,
Oh, the
That's the good side. The good side appealing to you.
The good side.
It's the good side.
So, where's Mama? Where's Miss Kenyanjui?
She's coming in. She's coming out. I don't know.
Girl.
Yele ke shida kwa dhimu ko yale wanashike koronanio.
Yeah?
Leo na dhimu shike koronanio.
Mr. Irunga anatuambiaga good music, good vibes.
Yeah.
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 Good music, good vibes.
Depression is a key.
Lazima.
You are gone and stretch your ribs.
What does that mean? You are not alone, Mama Fuadi. That English is too English.
Yes.
It says that depression is a kicker. Depression can can kick you to the curb, right?
Yeah.
But you need to relax and pop your popcorns. You know the popcorn? How you chill and start eating popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, like ukienda in the movie theater and you laugh. When you laugh is when you're stretching your rib cage. When you laugh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so it takes us to laughter is food to the
After it's
soul.
food to the soul.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Uh-huh. What is the command?
If I remember well, my English teacher told me you cannot define a word using a word. So now you've used every word that you have put in there in that statement. And now some of us will just have to listen to other people talk until we figure out what the hell you're talking about. Acha kila mtu anajiongelelea. Habari yako dom.
Ndo mambo.
Ni mtu wa fine.
Sasa imagine Fokufine umemwambia the same words. Fokufine hata ajui ama ni refreshion ama ni refreshion ama ni nini.
Ngoja tabia ametuandika habari yenu nimevika.
Ameandika nimevika kama Mugamba, nimevika.
I don't know about this. I really don't know about this.
Desh is moving a lot, and we have Ruth. We can just see the palm of her hand. So if you, Ruth, can come around. Yeah?
Let me see whether I can help her.
Oh, she's coming. She came back.
The hand.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what she wants us to see on the palm of the hand. There you go.
Yeah.
Rose.
Hey.
Ruth.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
They are gonna do a problem no that so go then I quick simu yako taya kamade to dami go already ya me anitirathi ikatuka brale.
Okay, well I guess you are Android. Watu wa Android tunawasamehea. Tunasamehea kila mtu ako na Android.
We machonne acha uchokozi.
Mimi niko na iPhone.
Sorry for every Android user.
Hapa kuna maingiliano. The someone is entering each other. Sasa ukisema hivyo Desh tutamwambia nini? Yeye hata snapshot tunaona tu kucha.
Nani?
Desh
Mezuba. Yeah. Come on, Mezuba, we're still gonna introduce. Hi guys. We are back again, the 7 Kenyan Golden Girls and our Diamonds. Today we are in the house. We are excited again. It's a Sunday. Our times are always different because we have people who are in Europe, like Mama Fuadi is in the house. You know, their time is different. Yes, she is here today.
Mama Fuadi. Welcome.
Yeah, the crazy one. And then we have Mandesh all the way from Kenya. So the network, Mama Pwadi. Mama Pwadi amesema achaguliwe Kenya ndio apatie wa Kenya Wi-Fi. So
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi for free.
Amekuwa shy.
Umesema utawapatia Wi-Fi for free?
Wi-Fi free. Sasa si unaona shida ile tuko nayo hapa. Kwa sababu tu ya Wi-Fi.
Kenya. Okay, then every person who is in Kenya, voting time ikikuja, vote for Mama Fuadi. She is going to provide free Wi-Fi for everybody.
Yes, free Wi-Fi. Paripote.
Then
Mama
we have our
Mama
Fuadi for governor.
What governor are you standing for? What area? If you're going to Laikipia?
Yes, Laikipia.
Home
this
base.
Is the plant called, let me show you something. This is called lemon balm. It's a very nice plant. if you have anxiety, because we're about to talk about a topic that may shock you, just put this in hot water, add some honey and some ginger, and you're going to enjoy it. It's called lemon balm. Where you can Google it, you can go ahead, research it. Very nice one.
I've had it. Yes, it's true.
You've had it.
Oh, really?
That's good.
Yes, it's true.
It's a very good plant. It
Is
grows
it to
in the
reduce
backyard.
the anxiety?
If you want if you want a kilogram for $25.99 a kilogram, we can sort this out, Mabaford.
Nani kwa advertise kawira gaku.
Asa tiko advertise ndo njira ndakwira atiriri we warugama tukanegera andu miberethi-ini iria. They will be drinking milk. Wanafungua tap and milk just comes out. Now we are going to couple this maziwa. Wewe ni wetu. Wewe si mama county. Wewe ni mama country.
Unaona kukuja live saa zile mko high. Mumesahau we were doing
No. We are high in the spirit of Jesus. Today
in the
is Sunday.
spirit. In the spirit.
Now, yes, it's true. We were in the introduction.
We were doing the introduction. We have our one and only Mr. Victor, the US comedian. We've been trying to push him to do the comedy. So we are still working on that. We are working on that. Hey, we are to play well.
I know.
Vifinjo na Nderemo.
Yeah. Then we have our one and only brother, Mr. James Kenyanjui. And Ruth Kenyanjui. Mumeambiwa na nani? Ati John amewaambia hiyo ni nyatana.
Nyatana ni doriu.
What is nyatana? Hiyo ni nyatana. I don't know.
Na magoci no wakuma ku tondu ithuĩ gwitũ tũikarĩte nĩ kwarĩ na andũ maikaraga next to us na he mũndũ wĩtagwo Mũrathi Magoci.
Maybe anakujua.
Rĩtwa Magoci nĩ rĩa Mũrang'a. Black pepper.
Yes, very nice. That one. I love kamamole more.
Neno nini nilikuwa naongea.
Ate kamamole no kari guatamole.
I like kamamole.
Yes.
Yeah, kamomile.
No menya niki taru tamwecirie gabete gwetagwo atĩa nĩ mũthũngũ.
Karingi.
Karingi. Gabete. Karingi.
Asa tradi oro akafete Murang'a ama kafete Nairobi.
Waria umeuliza aje? Umeuliza wazungu walikuwa wanaita aje kabete? It's Karing. Kafete is Karing.
No, I understand mama Fuadi tota riu turiti turia tunini no amenya ndugithi ukiugedre wathie nduka ndukiuga ndrenda mbete uthiaga ukaga can I have a ring makuria what's the size wauga the size makwira you mean the Karing, so I understand ukamenya ni kanini ni kairitu kanini
yeah
no na ndromea ne mandiganiria. I don't know what is coming on that diganiria.
I think it's because you're speaking in Kikuyu. It's Kiswahili zone.
So we need to be in Kiswahili.
We need to be in Kiswahili or English. Inglesias. Yes, English.
Okay, I will let you first. Tupa mjadala.
Oh, Peter amesema, it's funny, I can hear you well when I'm not in the live.
No. This is a fun.
Wifi Kenya kwanza ni si zile original, ni second hand, zile made China. Mimi ndio waleta wifi kama hizi za diaspora. Zinatembea kabisa, hata ukiwa hapo zinatembea tu. Si mambo ya kuleta yangu mabakisho ya wifi ya watu wa majua. Hapana, hiyo Kenya lazima ndio sana. Na ukienda huku unakuta kunatembea wifi kama Amerika. Ndio ni atemweka kwa yenyewe, lazima muulizange hiyo politicians wenu ni nini unafanyanga akia Mungu. I don't understand.
Yeah. You know actually the biggest problem if you are going to solve this, if you can address a space program for our country where we can be able to actually have a satellite up there, or connections to a satellite.
Right.
That is
Yes.
why we don't have internet to everybody. And
But
these
Max
cameras are
Zuckerberg
weird. I
was
don't know if
there.
I'm bending right or left.
I thought he was gonna bring us the
Hawezi
technology.
kubali, no they cannot. Hawezi kubali kukuwe na free wifi kama majuu. Ati unapiga hii kona unakuta
Yeah,
ni free.
they cannot allow for
Because
that. Because the little
Telecom wanataka kukula pesa. They want to rob from these poor people. Lakini huku Ulaya wanashindango kuiba because there is law. Lakini kule Telecom wanakula pesa, wewe Uhuru nyamaza, usijali wifi yako, mimi nitakuwekea hiyo inaenda 100 kilometers sawa, chukua na uchukue yako na ingine wachana na hawa wengine. Hii maskini ingine patie hii mabakisho. Wifi inaenda kidogo inakwama.
Unajua chenye sijashika, Mama Fuadi ameongea ukweli sana, kwa sababu sasa nikitaka, unajua kaa nilikuwa naangalia naambia Kenya ajui. Siku hizi unajua sasa umekuwa mwanaume, umeoa vizuri, bibi yako ni mrembo sana, umekuwa family man. Tunakuangalia like a family man. You are even a challenge to people like me. Nikamwambia sasa mkienda Kenya umtreat vizuri kwa ka vacation, alafu uende tu mahali kwa umwambie baby ninakupenda, umtumie kidole ya mguu, atapata hiyo kidole ya mguu within a second. Lakini wacha ujaribu kumtumia business proposal, hata ipata hiyo email until 3 years later. So right now we get so many nudes coming from Kenya and being circulated around, but we cannot even share a website to help somebody have an application there. You know, kidole ya mguu inatumwa rahisi kuliko an application or a business website or stuff like communication data or whatever.
But true.
So Mama Fuadi, we ask you tupatie watu mifereji na maziwa.
Lazima.
So hebu nikuulizaje Kamande, was that supposed to be a shade or
it's supposed to be what we have come to accept, because we have phones everywhere. The reality of the matter is that we have access to this internet, but the time that we spend using the phones, like I have seen, all of you have known how you are without your computers and how agitated you get. I have seen the moment when the phone goes off, how Kenya Njui goes off, especially in February during tax season. I am sorry. Humor delivers the right point. So we see the same kind of frantic behavior back home. And if Mama Fuadi is deciding this is what she's going to solve, let us first change the mentality of having these devices. You don't have devices just to have a status kind of way going. So if you lobby for a satellite program to be up there, because you say 7 sisters here and a group that of people like me, the husband Kenya Njui, and other people like Ndeju who have been in America and they live in Kenya now. And now we are trying to focus on actually reinvesting ourselves because we got detached. And that leads us to the next topic that Amazing Grace was talking about. Because we get detached from the whole idea of what our country is, and we live here for so long. That is when it hits you. And you're like, hold on, I would like to invest in this place and place. Yes. But the frustrations are A, B, C, and D. So Mama Fuadi came up with a very interesting point. I'll go and run. I'll go and create changes. But now here we are. If you are going to support her, we need to have our mandate peer included in the I want the interview. Iria na meferethi. I got you. I know enough cows.
Tutasimama.
Tutaenda. Tusukume hii agenda.
Lazima
tutaisukuma. So that brings us
rekenywe mai na di kwalia for 10 minutes di komeria mai.
No, lazima tuongee kwa sababu this brings us to today's topic. We are going to talk about depression. But I want to put it out there. Again, we have either gone through some depressing moments. We have been around family members who are going through depression. So it's something that we know and we are aware. It's a very touchy topic too, because beside people being depressed, it's pushing people to whereby they're committing suicide. We just had like 3 guys who killed themselves back at home out of depression. it has happened to a family member. We had our nephew. Is it a nephew?
Yeah.
We call him like a nephew.
Nephew, his
Would he be
nephew,
a
yes,
nephew? Yeah,
yes,
who just killed
yes.
himself. A young 13-year-old boy, out of that depression. So depression is real. So when we are talking about it, it's something that hits home. But also we understand that it's affecting a lot of people, especially not just back at home, but here in diaspora. It's real. It's a real kicker. It's a real kicker. So when we talk about it, we are not going to touch the hurting places, but we are also going to touch the light places so that we can lighten up our spirit. After hii pandemic, watu wamekuwa so depressed. I work in the hospital, and one of the things that I told my coworkers, I said, after the pandemic is slowed down, we're going to have a rise in depression. And sure enough, we have seen a number of people coming through. Either they have committed suicide, they're committing suicide, or they're too depressed. So it's real. It can in diaspora, we have seen people who have been depressed and they engage themselves into either drugs. They don't have their family members around to support them. It's a real kicker. So I want to open the platform for everybody. If you have a story to share, you can share. If you have a comment, you guys who are watching. Okay. Good vibes,
Did we
good
hang?
music.
Hold on.
Good music.
That was not. That was not. I was sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, we said that we understand people are high in spirit.
Okay, this
Okay.
is a good one. I'm just gonna blast it. I'm sorry. Just for 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Kanyanji.
That song is very good. It's very good.
I thought it would be good. Okay, go ahead.
So the platform is open.
It's open. Okay.
It's open.
Yeah, basically, I wanted to lay a foundation. Okay, what is depression in the first place? We have to define it, right? We have to start from the beginning and then see, okay, and how does it come along? And then now we build it from there. We see what we need. I think we need to go, what direction we need to head with it, what solutions are out there, who is it affecting more, men or women, so, and how does it affect us as a whole community? So beginning with, depression, it always comes, it always emanates from, you not meeting your goals, or not you having goals and not being able to get there. So you're trying to work on these, and then you're always having frustrations. It emanates from frustrations too.
Yeah.
You becoming frustrated by, you're trying to do this and it's not working. You're trying to have a family and it's not working. You're trying to save some money, it's not working. You're trying to keep your job, it's hard. It's becoming harder to keep your job. Then okay, that's how depression kicks in. And then, but most of us, as community from Africa, we always come with unrealistic goals from Kenya. We come thinking, we're gonna come and bag the money. We're just gonna be coming and bagging the money like right away, right off
Rip
the
money
bat.
from the tree.
Yeah, rip money from the trees, exactly. But it doesn't happen that way, realistically. So, and then the people we meet here, most of them don't support us, because even them themselves are going through the same thing.
Right.
So with that being said, so we always find people here, they're not supportive, because even them themselves are going through the same thing. And always, when you try to reach out to this guy, they disappoint you. They tell you, you're not gonna even make it. They even bring more depression to you, because they're even discouraging. Most people you meet here when you first come, they're even more discouraging than encouraging. Very few people in your circle, if you can count, are very encouraging to you. They're always telling you, you're gonna make it tomorrow. You're gonna, back home, you have a community, everybody's telling you, hey, you're gonna make it, you're gonna go to America, you're gonna finish school, and they're always supporting and pushing you up. But here, it's the other way around. people are pulling you down.
Mm.
You go drinking with some people, they tell you, hey, you think you're gonna have a house? No, you're not. You're not gonna make it. They always disappoint you. And that's where the depression mostly is coming along. So, and where are we, and most of it, setting unrealistic goals, setting unrealistic goals, not being able to set goals that, can be able to, we can be able to reach. And then we set our bars so high. And then once we're not able to achieve them, everything just falls apart from there.
Right.
And most of the time, what do we do as Kenyans? I'm going to speak of Kenyans because I know what I did. Once you set your bar so high and you're not able to achieve, you run away to alcohol or to women. As a man, I'm just talking as a man who has gone through the same thing. So, and from there, everything just falls apart from there. Before you come back up, it's going to take a while. It's going to take years for you to be able to get back from that. I mean, that's just my part of it. I mean, everybody can pitch in whatever they know about.
So let me ask you, Kamau, would you mind to share what triggered that depression? Was it
Okay, for me, first of all, I went through a divorce. I went through a divorce. I lost my children.
That's a bad kicker.
Yeah, that's the worst kicker.
That's a worst kicker. Yes.
And I lost my kids, and I lost my my home. Everything just went down from there, tumbling down. And what did I do? Once I went through depression, I resorted to self-medication. It's called self-medication. I went and
what is self-medication? Okay.
You know what it is.
Okay. Drinking. Okay.
Yeah, drinking alcohol. So, whatever it is, you can use anything for self-medication. It might be sex, it might be alcohol, all of them. People use them to self-medicate to make you feel better, for the moment. Then after that, everything just tumbles down. You lose your job. You start not making as much. You start losing on bills. You're not able even to keep a house or an apartment, and then it just goes like that. And then now you start, and then mine even went worse. I got in trouble with the law, and now everything just got exacerbated. It was like it blown up. Everything blew up on my face. Yeah. So from there, everything just went like that. I had to go to rehab. I had to go to jail. I had to do all that. Before, even now, depression is when you're put in the system, now it's even huge because now you have obligations that you have to pay the government. You have to go see this, that, on the other, and then, from there, before you get out of it is years, man. Let me tell you, it's been 10 years since I got out of that, but I'm still able to.
It affects you.
It still affects me, and it's by God's grace. It's by God's grace that I got out of it. I'm one of the few, very few who,
because nimeona when people get into that situation, especially like either divorce, kunyang'anya watoto, those things, you cannot meet the demand, the expectations that you're talking about. People get too deep into alcoholism, and they never come back.
They would never come back. It's by the grace of God.
You're right.
Yeah, so I mean that's just my view of it. I mean, I guess everybody else can pitch in, and then now we can go to the solutions. There are solutions there. There's a solution. Yeah, there's a solution. It's not that everything is closed up. I mean, even me, I made it because I had to gather solutions from this side, from this side, from this side. I had to use all the tools that I had that are out there for me to be able to get where I need to be.
What's your story, Mama Fuadi? Mama Fuadi,
we can't hear you.
Mama Fuadi? You have mute on your side, Mama Fuadi. Umemute.
Na ningoja lilie madeni kimi naendelea kujiongelea kuna mtu ananisikia. I want to know, how did you come out of this situation?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I had to use a lot of tools. I had to use the Bible. I had to use the things that I was taught in rehab. I had to use what I talked to people. I had to build a support group, I had to build people that I can talk with, you know, when I'm going through when I'm going through something, I had to build somebody that I can talk with and, you know, and be able to get it off my chest. You know, you have to build a support group. Mostly, that's the number one thing. The people that you can talk to, the people who you can talk to when you're going through something, and know that they will never, know that they're not gonna judge you, they're not gonna make you feel bad, and you're gonna know those people. And when you feel that way, you gotta be able to call them. And talk to them.
Lakini huku ulipata nani we nani ulipata ulitrust, because here there's no one you can trust.
I know you can't trust. No, there's some few people. They are there. They are there. There are people you can trust. If you look more,
is it your friends? Ama ni watu unapewa na the government?
No, they're friends. They're friends. People you can call, and you know they are not gonna judge you for what you're going through, and that you can talk and find solutions for whatever you're going through. That's very important. It's called a support group. You have to have a support group, either one person or two. I'm sure you can find one person, not even two. I'm asking for one person that you can talk to. Whenever you're feeling that you know you're pushed to all the way.
And back at home, people have a lot of expectation that can put you under pressure. It is true. Yep. Yeah, people back at home will put pressure. Yeah.
Yes. So the thing is, we have to have somebody who you can talk to, or people you can talk to, or there's a group you can go to. Because here, you know, in America, we have AA. You can go to an AA meeting for free anytime. They have one in the morning, during the day, and in the evening. They have two in the evening. You can walk in from nowhere, and nobody is gonna know you, who you are.
Do those? Let me ask, and this is coming from a place of, I don't drink, right? So I don't like condemning people who drink, because I don't know what kind of thing that in our driving wakunywe. The same way I would not like somebody to condemn me for drinking tea, because I love my tea. Okay, I have to drink tea in the morning. I have to drink my tea in the evening. So I don't want somebody to condemn me for that. So I am not going to condemn the people who drink. So my question is, do those AA truly help?
Yeah, you're going to share your experience with people who are going through the same thing.
That's how I just AA, when you know AA, I have my sister who've gone to AA, and it doesn't look like it helped.
No, she was forced to go.
Come from your heart.
It has to come from you. Nobody needs to force you. No, it has to come from you. You have to go because you want to. Because you have a problem.
I don't know what I'm missing. I'm missing out. I'm missing out on alcoholism. I'll start drinking. I'll start drinking tonight.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. So the thing is, you can go. It's a tool. It's just like anything. Like you have a tool in a toolbox. You can use this to do this. You can use this to do this. You can take whatever applies to you. You don't have to take everything. You don't have to use the whole. You don't use the whole toolbox to open one spanner. I mean, one screw. You use one tool to do that. So you is the way you view it. You can see it as something that can help you or something that can hinder you. So it's just the way you weigh it. You know.
But lazima itoke from the person, as Joyce is saying.
It has to come from the heart. It has to come
from him.
And also you have to accept too that there is a problem. You know, when you see the things that you have in plan. Okay, let's say you're planning to go home, or you're trying to build or to buy a plot, and you see that goal you haven't achieved it in 5 years. There's a problem. There's somewhere that the things are not going the way they should be. So you have to say, okay, you have to start questioning, why am I not being able to accomplish this goal? I've been having this goal for this long. Why am I not being able to buy a plot? Why am I not being able to build my mother? Why am I not? Yeah. So it has to come from you. And then when you see that now, you go back. You see, what am I doing that is wrong?
Yeah.
Then, then you just trigger it like that. There are so many tools that you get taught. Like when you go along the way. Like when I went through my way, I learned a lot. There's even another tool that I have. There's a tool that I say I always play my video forward. I play the tape forward. So when I'm thinking, okay, I need to go to the club and drink and have a drink, I think about it. Okay, I say I'm gonna pick up a car, drive to the club, and get drunk. Okay, what might happen? I might get stopped and I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Then what happens? I might go to jail. So you play it
So
forward.
you play the consequences of the decision that you're about to make.
Yeah, before you make the decision, just play the video forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fast forward it and see. And then when you see, there's something, most of the time it helps you. When you play it forward, always you're gonna come back and say, okay, I don't want to do this thing. I don't think this is the best option for me to take. This is the best road for me to take.
Yeah. Joyce is agreeing with you so much kama mtu wako kanisani mwenye anasema amen, amen, amen.
Deho. No, because he's talking the truth.
Yeah.
What is your story with depression? Umekubali kila kitu unasema yes.
Everybody has gone through it.
Eh?
No, because that yes, you meant rehab. Rehab helps. You asked about rehab. If rehab helps, rehab helps. Very much.
It does help.
Kama si rehab bado sijui nilikuwa wapi.
Ulienda rehab for how long?
The first one nilienda for 3 weeks nikapotea.
Ukapotea?
Kutoroka. I couldn't anymore. Queue ilikuwa ni ngumu sana. Mudo ni anyota kale juvema. Danyote tema. Nikatoroka nikaenda. The first thing nikaenda nikakunywa. Alafu sasa nikarudishwa tena. Kurudishwa tena sasa kule nilienda ndio kulikuwa tough. It was tough. And I stayed there for I think 35 days. But it was tough. Lakini kitoka that moment kutoka nitoke hiyo rehab, I stayed for 3 years without touching alcohol. Lakini sasa sometime na backslide nachukua
kidogo.
Yeah, but it's not like before. You know, like before me, I used to drink 24 hours.
Yeah.
So what unafikiria kukunywa kwako it was attached to there was a depressing situation that pushed you to drinking?
Mimi depression yangu
were you depressed?
Ilianza nyumbani. Yeah, from home. Me, I was taking depression pills from home.
Oh, I didn't know that, girl.
Me nilikuwa na yes, me I was being treated by Dr. Munga.
For depression?
Yes, me nilikuwa naanguka mpaka kwa barabara. I used to fall. So I had depression from home. And
I didn't know that, girl.
Yes, and that depression came when I had divorce. We were looking for divorce with my husband. Tulikuwa to divorce. Na sasa kwa sababu tulikuwa to divorce, the problem depression ilikuwa imenifika kwa sababu nilikuwa tukawana. Tukaona hii marriage yetu vizuri. Niko Kenya. Na ukiwa umeolewa na mzungu na wewe umkatae, it is very difficult to rudi majuu. Because every time hata ukienda kwa embassy nyingine wanakuambia wewe si umeona yule mzungu, hebu ngoja tumpigie simu tusikie kama atakubali uende majuu kwingine. Anapigiwa simu ati wewe bibi yako anataka kwenda Germany. Huyo anasema hapana, you never get out of there. So I knew mimi nimejiingiza kwa prison. Sasa hiyo ndio depression ilikuwa inanipiga. Sasa inasema kia Mungu, sasa mimi nitarudi kukaa na hiki kimutu. Nitarudi kukaa na hiki kimutu na siwezi pata, nimeenda Germany anapigiwa simu. Unaambiwa huyu anaulizwa, anasema huyu hapana, akae huko Kenya. Si huyu ananikanyangia Kenya, si alinifungia Kenya Grace. Mimi not right. So me I said by force by fire mimi nitarudi hapa. Sasa depression ilikuja kuifanyia continuation kwa hii nyumba.
Wow.
But I had a very big depression. But I was treated well na daktari for 6 months, wakanipatia dawa for 6 good months. Every day nachukua and kutoka siku sijaipata, lakini naogopa side depression. Nikiona ni depression inakuja hapa karibu, mimi wanga napotea mbali sana. And that's why I avoid those telephones of 254. That's the reason. Wacha nikwambie. This is the reason I avoid those phones. Because unajua mimi sasa mimi ni mtu wa depression. So it is very easy inishike. So saa zingine mimi wanga na avoid tu. Because I know hiyo ni kidogo sana tu kuambia kitu.
Yeah.
Ujikute ndani.
Yeah.
Koguo reke njikarage haha mwĩciragie Joyce nĩeteire na gũtirĩ Joyce tigwĩrĩra Joyce nĩ kwĩmenyerera kamwĩrĩ gake na tondũ nĩakũrire rĩ ahota kũgwa bara
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't know that. That is very interesting. Commander, what is your story with depression?
Well,
that is tied to
there's always a story behind everything. And I've listened to both Mr. Kinyanjui and Mama Fuadi talk, and they're not wrong. Their own experience, their testimonies of what has worked. A very interesting thing. I'll take you back to the Bible, because at the end of the day, there has to be kind of an understanding of why you're going through some things. So if you don't have the kind of spiritual understanding of, it doesn't have to be the Bible, it could be the Quran, it could be whatever kind, you need a spiritual background at least for you to kind of be able to fight some of the things that come to you, especially because it has to do primarily with you, not with your friends, not with the other people around. So come back to Mr. Kinyanjui's point. You get coupled up with two things for you to survive out of the rehab system. First of it, you have to be accepting that you have an issue that is actually pushing you to do this. My experience was very interesting because all they could find was just marijuana. Everybody knew I smoked marijuana. They looked at me, I looked confused. I was wearing a nice suit. I was driving a nice car, I had a nice suitcase. But the outlook of how I looked, I did not seem like I was going through anything. And I went there for alcoholism. The second part of it is that after you leave, you need to understand that you need a support system. This support system does not have to judge you. And that is why I agree with Mama Fuadi. I left the place, had to take an Uber, because that's a story for another day. But the moment I got home and put my stuff in the house, I walked to the gas station next door and got 2 beers. Same thing Mama Fuadi did. Because I felt this was not done for the right way. But I came to realize 1 month later, this was not for them, it was being done for me. Because I ended up losing everything. And now my chronic kind of downward spiral started.
So you went to a rehab both of
them. Oh yeah, I did. Well, not really a rehab. It was kind of a detox situation. But I'm telling you, 7 pills in 7 times set for medication with about 7 to 8 pills for 6 days is not fun.
Me too. Yes, also me.
You live there and you're like, what the hell? You cannot know what your body is thinking. You cannot even comprehend what the hell is going on.
Yes.
Now you
after you take the pill.
Oh man, they drain
the
your body,
detox pills. Those are the detox pills. Yeah, you go through that.
The detox pills.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that.
Wipe your body down.
Yeah?
There is no winning. You are not wind. It's just pop.
So they give you pills to detoxify. What does it make you feel?
For six continuous days, 7 times a day, about 10 pills. You just drowsy the whole time you are there. You just know to go eat and go sleep. Eat and sleep. Before now, they win you out.
At that moment, are you feeling like you're drunk too?
No, you're not. You're just sober as fuck that you're like a newborn baby. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yes. It's true.
Oh, but that's. I mean, I tell you what. For it to work, it takes a longer time. You can't go for 6 days and expect any results because you haven't been drinking for 6 days.
Yeah,
You've been
and that's
living
why
for
there
years.
the support system now comes in there, because once you go now back to the society, you
Yeah.
expect, if you had friends, the friends that you choose, do not go and choose the same kind of people. Choose someone
Yeah.
who's gonna be a dick to you, someone who's gonna be an asshole to you, you know.
Yeah.
And let me tell you a funny thing. Like during that time, I became very, very, very clumsy with everything I was doing.
Mhm.
I would not even take a shower. I would not even brush my teeth. I would not even eat. But if I saw alcohol, I would fucking drink a
Why are
drink.
you laughing? Why are you laughing, Mama Bwadi?
Because I was
Because
there.
it is the truth.
It's the
You
truth.
are
That's
there
what
too.
happens. I mean, yeah.
I was there.
It is the truth.
So is that
But when
the
you have,
post detox stage, or is it the depression stage?
this is the pre-realization, but still
The
the
pre.
post pre-realization of what's going on, but still the post rehab part. Because
Mhm.
now there's something that happens to your brain when that hits you. You have those 6 days of thinking, and somehow your memory kind of refurbished. So those things still hit in there. So if you have the support system that's still drumming and drumming this, you're
Yeah.
able to snap out of it without medication,
Don't you
without
think?
having to prolong the process.
Yeah.
And that is where now Mr. Kenyanju was talking about the finding of the solution after this talk. Because we can give our example and make people realize that, okay, I went through this, I went through this, I went through this, and they come forward. But what is the solution from there? We
Mhm.
need to have a solution. Have a support team. If
Mhm.
this is what we are trying to do and this is the process that we are trying to find out, each one of us here have gone through the same everything. And I tell you, Amazing Grace, all the time, you are a very good manager. So I know I'm not worried. Your story, I've told you your story, we've talked about your story. We've even hit a home run with
I'm
that
depressed
story.
about my daughter.
Don't worry about that. I hold on about your daughter.
I'm depressed. I'm depressed. I don't know whether I can call it depression, but I am.
Frustrated. You're frustrated. You're not
I am
depressed.
Yeah,
frustrated.
yes,
Thank
good,
you,
good.
You're
thank you, thank you,
frustrated.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Kenyanjui.
You're
That's
not
what
I am
it is.
depressed.
You're
frustrated.
very
Yes,
frustrated. Depression is a whole nother level.
yes. You are frustrated
Depression
and
is a whole
disappointed.
nother level.
Yes.
Depression, you don't shower for 7 days.
I've
No.
I
seen it.
told you I went through that.
Yeah, you
But
don't
this
shower.
is the
You
thing.
don't feel like doing anything.
Oh yeah.
These are the things then you're supposed to we need to enlighten the people that
Mm.
are living around the depressed people,
Mhm.
because I've seen my sister, and sometimes because I didn't understand the intensity of depression,
Mhm.
you think like, oh, you don't want to work, oh, you don't want to clean after yourself, oh,
Mm-mm.
you don't want to. But I didn't know that
Mm-mm.
she had dipped down
Mm.
into a depression. And I'm looking at her like, maybe you don't want to work, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, and not realizing that maybe there is some chemical changes and there's those depressing moments that she's suppressing issues. And sometimes we are very harsh on people who are depressed,
Who are going through it? Yeah.
unknowingly,
Mm.
unknowingly,
Annoyingly, yeah. Mm.
unknowingly. Yes,
Mm.
yes.
It doesn't come with a birthmark that you can say, I have a very cute birthmark on my stomach. One day when I'll get, let me see, do I have one ab? If I have an ab on that thing, I'll show you. It is actually a love shaped birthmark on me.
Eh,
And one of the things that I am not kidding, one day when I have
eh,
my six pack, I'll take a picture and show it to you.
eh,
Mm.
So anyway, I came to realize it's one of those things. You don't come labeled as a depressed person. You don't come
Mm.
labeled as a failure. You don't
yeah.
come labeled as a person who is incoherent of what is happening. All these is what you kind of perceive that people are telling you. Because if you can be able to armor the person, let them understand that. Like I remember growing up, my dad would walk into the house and tell me, "Did you do something wrong?" Because he can see I've messed up the house, and I'll be saying, "No, I did that," and I'd say, "No, you need to speak up." I was about 4 years old. The reason he was doing that is because you need to be vocal. Little did
Mhm.
I know that I'll be the person who's bringing Kihere here in all this stuff on Facebook. But if he did not do that, coupled with a little bit of experience, Singeleta kiherehere hapa and help somebody else. So you
Yeah.
start to realize the kind of situation that everything that happens to you, you have to guard yourself. And that is what I would actually suggest when you start with the suggestions on how to, let's say you feel you're going through depression, you feel you're depressed, you feel like life ends, you feel frustrated, like Grace is frustrated about her daughter. But
Yeah, Grace is not depressed. If you are depressed, you cannot
You're
even talk
frustrated,
about
yeah.
it. You cannot
she could
even
not
talk
even be
about it.
wearing her glasses.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, we have seen you mad. You are not mad.
I guess I'm frustrated. Well, then I can say I guess I'm
You're
frustrated
No, right now
frustrated.
you need 2 cups of tea. That's it.
for sure, and some water too, because I like drinking water.
And then you
I
just
like
go
to.
out
Depression.
and ride your bike, and you're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
No,
and you
it's
cut it
horrible.
handled.
No, it's horrible. It's
And
horrible.
if you need lemon balm, let me know.
I need it. I need it. What
Mhm.
about you, so?
It helps with depression.
So, what story do you have in regard to depression? I know you have talked with
You don't have depression, please.
uh
Or any depression, do. Do, really go. Hey. Hata ajui nini inaitwa depression.
kwa
It's
nini
cause when
kwa nini ufikirie hajaipata na
because you know
depression?
what, as Victor says, depression can be spiritual.
So
If you
Yes.
have your spirit
So,
in the right place.
nataka kuuliza mama Fuadi, kwa nini amesema hafikiri wewe ushaikuwa na depression?
Mso hajawahi pata shida yoyote. Hakuna shida hajawahi. Hakuna. Yeye maisha yake imeenda tu nywe. Yeye hajawahi pata shida yoyote. There is nothing. Hata Amerika amekuja tu hivyo hivyo. See ati
I
he
just lost
did
a son,
an
but
effort
I'm not gonna get
come
depressed
there.
over it.
Yeah.
Mtu
Maybe right now because of
na depression hana, wachana, hakuna depression anaipata.
maybe yes, you're losing her son.
Get you.
No, I think because she believes so much in God, and she has
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of faith.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Actually,
So,
I was gonna say, with depression, it's mostly if you don't have a belief system,
yes,
that's one of the biggest parts
she never gets frustrated.
that causes depression.
Yes, even when she was looking for a visa to come to America, mi niliona yake the first time, sijui kulikuwa na shida ya kupata hii visa. It's not like other people wanaenda kuact. No, me, I saw her kneeling down in front of American embassy, akaita Mungu wake na akaniambia, wewe twende nyumbani, visa itafika, na ikaishia hapo. It's not like us tunabeba hiyo maneno. No, yeye anaombaga, anaachia Mungu na anaenda.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe
Kama uwe
now,
na
lakini
dhina we. Wewe wapi brother?
Actually, not nothing. That's a very good. Actually, she's a very good influence for me, and she has played a big part. We have been with her for 8 years now. Of my 10 years of my 10 years of being in recovery. So, and I'm not doing so bad. I'm not. I cannot say that I'm depressed anymore. Yeah. So
she gives you a lot of hope in life. Unaona kabisa sasa nimetoboa. Hata mimi alinisaidia sana. Only with words, anakupatia hope na nini, anakupatia maneno mbili ya Mungu.
Thank you,
Wewe unaona umeupaji. Na ni ukweli. No.
Ngoja nikwambie Mso, ukisikia nikikwambia Mso ana connecti watu when you need a relationship you go to Mso. Let me tell you something about this.
You know now we need to start getting shares on this business.
You have to. You guys, you will. This is what Mso does. I have seen a lot of alcoholic people wamepitia kwa mikono ya Mso anawapelekaga rehab. She takes them to rehab, and then after taking them to rehab, anarudi anawaconnect sasa na watu.
Yes.
So mpaka the other day, Kamau was telling her, why don't you do it for business? Because this is something that you love doing. Amefuatilia because there's another guy, our friend. He is in that depression mode right now as we are talking. Like he is really depressed, and he has been talking about committing suicide. And so Mso is here calling the guy, finding out he's doing, and then she calls watu wao familia yao Kenya and she's begging the people back at home to come and pick him up.
Yes.
And this is not the first time amefanya hivyo.
Yes. No, she's very
I'm
good.
like, you need to open a rehab then. Ukisaidia wote.
And even she's a very good listener. She's a very good listener and always available. Ukimpigia simu atachukua. Hata umpatie ujinga yako yote atakusikiza. Anakaa hapo anapiga rimo yako. Ni horere simu igare mo horimo.
Bueno arega. Modo efage.
Modo efage ni ndirango kuera depression yaku.
I know.
And you know, and that's the problem we are having in the community today. People, they're falling into depression because nobody wants to listen to the other person.
Exactly.
You know? And we see even now, like I told my husband, please, I don't care whatever is killing you inside. Talk about it. Whether it's about me, whether you're gonna whatever, just talk about it, because people, they are keeping quiet to their wives, or wives, they're keeping quiet to their husbands, or maybe in a relationship or friends, you are keeping quiet. But if you can keep yourself open and talk, just talk it. Don't worry about what people they're gonna judge you. I always say, if I drink, yes, I drink. So what? I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be somebody that you want me to become. If something I did wrong, it's me. So I don't care what type of people they judge. So talk your problem out. Whatever is killing you, speak it out. And I recommend like this AKA Kiki Wangendo. You guys, you think that she's just exposing herself, that she doesn't care, she's not worried about how they're gonna talk about her, about her AIDS, her prostitution, all this kind of stuff. No.
Who is that?
She has healed. The problem.
Who is that?
No, Nego Daddy, what's your deal? No.
Nani yo?
No.
Kiki Wangendo. She's on YouTube. I mean, you can go Kiki Wangendo.
What does she do?
She's on YouTube. I mean, she's a lady who was left by her mom in Kenya, and her mom came here, and she was and she ended up becoming a prostitute and getting AIDS.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was. But she ended up doing a whole lot of other things, and so she was just saying her story, though. But you could tell she was very depressed, and she has gone through depression twice, I think, and she has gone over.
Depression. Huyo ni bangi, kuna depression. Bangi depression.
Thank you, Mama Pwandi is on something. Mama Pwandi, let me tell you.
Actually, that's supposed to calm her down.
Yeah, that's just self-medication.
Yeah.
That's self-medication.
Yeah.
Mudhoni hakuna malaya anaketingi chini hivi anapatia blame mama yake. Malaya ni kujikaza. Kama umedecide kufanya hiyo, unaendelea vizuri. Ikikuendea vibaya, don't blame mama. She didn't choose to open the legs. Wewe ndio ulijianzisha, wewe ndio unaenda kupanua hizo miguu. Alafu unakuja kusema hapa, I was rejected, I was depressed.
Hata hiyo watu wote wa diaspora tulikataa. Mambo ya kutukana hiyo.
Hiyo ni bangi. Fagi to nyangu yagijana yangusha fagi rero utundo unadania tire fagi.
Yangusha giyoginya ndiko ishi.
Nesho irari pukare. Sasa hizo ndio heri yavute kila siku. Kwa sababu ya siku moja alafu anakatizia hizo mahangova za bangi si nzuri. Is better than ndizo zinamharibia. Huyo ni wazimu depression nayo.
Lakini unajua, but if you look at it, she's healing.
Yeah, she's healing by talking about the problem. Yeah.
So the time you expose yourself, whatever is inside you, you expose it.
If you want to talk, you can go to talk on your profile page. You don't have to go to the media. If you're going to the media because you are looking for fame, and if you are looking for fame, don't go look for fame using your mother's name. Use your talent and your life.
Alijaga kwa Facebook na akajiandika live.
Siakae huko. Unaingiza mama yako nini? Huyu mama yako unamuingiza nini? That
was wrong. Yeah, that one I agree.
Ati mama yangu hakunifunza condom. Ulienda kumuuliza vile kuna mpano ndango mguu. Ndio akufunze. Wewe nini wewe? Huyo mwanamke nilimsikia. No. That one is only a desperate bitch. Huyo alishindwa na kazi yake na umalaya saka kama si yake. Kama ilimshinda akae chini. Na achana na mama yake.
Yeah, osho na yani ala kila uruko kurumanya.
Na tena akalala na my brothers.
Oh,
Yeah. Na nilikuwa na HIV na alikuwa analala na mabwana za watu. Yani alikuwa na relationship na husband za watu na awanapatia nini
igua hapo kaja tosho depression na modo na igua anasikia moyo unaingia kwa mwili kweli. Mtu akiwa depressed unasikia hata kulala mtu, hebu niambieni nini watu wa depression?
She has it. That one I agree. Let me tell you one
thing. Depression ni depression.
No, she does. She does, but she's gonna, either akae kwa Mwenyezi Mungu, akwe delivered completely.
Amesema she is an attention seeker. That's all she is.
Attention seeker.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But depressed people, they always attend. That's one of the characteristics of depressed people. They always seek attention.
Yeah, they love attention.
That's number one symptom because they're in a depression. Remember, they're in a depression, so they have to be, they have to do some stupid stuff for people to recognize them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's one of the symptoms.
Even if you are depressed, take your own responsibility. Me, I was depressed kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa na madeno yangu. Lakini mimi sikwenda kusema ati mtu aliweka depression ni yangu.
Oh yeah, you own it.
Me, I talk about me, not my mother. I'm 36 years. I'm not 16.
Exactly.
That is an expired baby. Hakuna na mara ni mtoto anaezeka.
Yeah.
Sasa na expired baby.
Umefanya mpaka tuende line nyingine, tulikuwa line nyingine mzuri. Unatoma kile mwili tuende wewe.
Aya, kwa expired baby.
I was trying to give the example from depression.
Kiki is an expired baby.
I know.
We are all expired babies here now.
I know, we expired babies. We're all grown.
Yeah. So
Mama kweli ametoka. Mama.
Yeah.
I cannot drink that. Ni mumaraya ni didi wa mumaraya ali complain akiwaga nyina gwathire. Mumaraya etwara na nguvu zake. Akiomoka anaomoka, akianguka anaanguka, anasema sawa tu. Nimeanguka. Lakini huyu anaanguka na jina mama yake na mama yake kwa Amerika. Labda naona na yeye huko tu ni kupanulia passport. Alafu unapatiana it is very easy to come here and pretend to be a victim. It is very easy. Niyo na nini joke ajuge anga mamida kuligiria gakia. It is very easy. And people buy it. Na ni uongo tupu. Huyo tu ni kuwa
on that side she was wrong, but Joyce, let me tell you, when you are depressed, it's depression is real, and I'm telling you it's there.
Basi tu hapa useme uchangiwe na ni kwa ndo matanga gero.
Everybody handles their depression
differently. Yeah.
There are people who handle their depression just going to hide themselves. They become antisocial.
Exactly.
They don't
okay. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I feel like we are motivating the ownership of I'm depressed. It's not a fashion.
Yes.
I think the more we keep on saying my depression, it's your depression. It's nothing like that. Because the most thing that we are forgetting is what are some of the society issues that have actually led to these people to feel that, or even what led you to feel like that. And it is not even more of the society, because now we have to separate the society and the individual. Before now we can start with using prefixes like my. You get?
Yeah.
We cannot push for the ownership of depression. Bad behavior choices. That one will come later on with the solution kind of part of it, where you give a person as some kind of solution, and if they don't see that, then you offer them.
Hi Ashley. Wewe unakuja studio nini wewe?
Mama
Koolaid.
Dada.
Sorry, that was my point of correction. I think let's change the prefix of my depression, your depression.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
No, but
depression.
the only reason we are saying that is because we wanted to show ownership. You have to own it before any solution can come. And I have to show
That's
your
very true.
experience. Yeah, I have to show my experience, what I've gone through. Joyce had to show his, you showed yours, so that so that everybody else can feel comfortable coming out and saying, "Hey, this I'm going through this." Yeah, you see, Grace, we already even told Grace hers is not depression, hers is frustration. You see?
It's frustration. Yes,
No,
So,
as is his lack of tea.
ni kama
Part
Grace
of
sasa
the-
kuja hapa, ni kama Grace sasa kuja hapa, oh, mtoto wangu unajua sasa na nini sasa, watu waanze kusema ati she's suffering from rejection or she's suffering from depression. Unaona depression wapi kwa Grace? Where are you seeing that
Amekumbuka
report?
kuvaa miwani leo.
Hata ukivaa miwani tunakuona vizuri, hakuna kitu depression hapa. You are only disappointed, over disappointed.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, but not depression.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Straight from
That's
the
true.
horse's mouth.
Na hasira zitaisha,
Yeah.
usijali. Ni depression ndio unapelekanga miaka nyingi, lakini hasira
Yeah.
zitaisha.
Let me ask. Now, I'm asking this for the people out there who might not understand about depression. When you're depressed, what is going on in your mind when you're in that state of depression?
Honestly, my own opinion, nothing.
actually, it's a lot. Me, I'll tell you, they'll be. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
No, sorry. Anything that was happening around me was a mirage. I'm like, you want me to get you a load? I'll get you a load. You're done? Okay, I'm out to sleep. I would start my day 6:30, sleep by 7:30. Sleep for 7 hours, wake up at about 3.
Like
Go to
like
the fridge,
it's
take out a
don't care
tequila bath,
attitude.
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing that mattered. Nothing was going on in my mind. Nothing.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
Okay, what I was about to say, mine was there's too much that was going on. I was overwhelmed with a lot of with a lot of thoughts that are not being accomplished.
That's
I'm thinking about this. Half thoughts. Half thoughts.
Confusion.
You're
Yes.
thinking about this confusion. Yeah. That's what Lucy is saying. Okay. You have a lot of thoughts, but they're half and half thoughts. They're not
Feeling down.
thoughts.
I think I've seen the feeling down a lot. I've seen a feeling down a lot. That's what I do with my sister.
Yeah, and then you're always on alert because everybody who talks to you, you're always on alert. You think that they're coming
They
to
put you
attack
on the edge. Yes.
Yeah, you're on the edge all the time.
You start forgetting stuff too. It gives you even
you forget stuff. Exactly. Yeah.
I have another question. So, are depressed people sensitive people? And I'm asking this because of what I have seen.
Very sensitive. Very sensitive. You say something small, they'll be ticked off.
Yeah.
They're like a time bomb. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you want us to handle those people who are in the depression, who are going through depression? How do we handle them? For example, if you are depressed then, how would you have wanted me to handle you?
Well, encouragement towards treatment. Encouragement towards treatment. Being shown, okay, this way, let's go this way. Because, without treatment...
Paranoid. Oh, they're paranoid too?
Yeah, they're paranoid.
About what?
About everything that is
around.
About life.
You need to pay attention.
It's an innocent question.
You need to pay attention to the people, even the children, because even children are suffering from depression nowadays. You have to take their behavior. You have to make sure that you're talking to them. Encourage them. Don't fight them. Once you fight somebody who has depression, trust me, even they can turn against you, or they can even kill you without even knowing. Or they can walk away from you for good without even knowing.
Yeah, they can walk away for good. Yes.
Yeah, for good.
So
the best thing is just to just love them. Remind, according to the way my husband has said, encourage them for
depression.
treatment.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And depressed people, they are always in denial. You have to know that they're always in denial. They don't want to accept that they are sick. you know. But for
Hey,
most,
Radhi,
the most cure of
Encourage them.
depression is God and talking to people and talking out your problems. Those are the major things. God and talking your problem
Yes,
out.
yes.
Because once, even even in the Bible, I said, the power of our tongue is the power that can kill and
Empathize.
yes. So whenever
Lucy,
you talk to
I'm
someone,
liking your point.
Yeah.
Lucy,
She's a
Lucy has
doctor.
good points.
It's
Yeah, she's
Dr.
a doctor.
Ushi. She's Dr.
But
Ushi.
Auntie Auntie Rushi, it's good points. But let me tell you, Lucy, too. It's also it puts too much weight on the people who are on the outside looking at the depressed person. It put too much weight on them. And sometimes you get a little bit tired. Because I'm saying that with my sister. It got to a place where like we've done everything that we need to do. We've helped you where it needs to be helped. We have said everything that needs to be said. But I'm like, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. What do we do?
depression can
Because
go
the
for depression, it can go for a long, long time. For a long,
Okay,
long.
Victor, what do we do? You're raising your hand. I'm like, we're running out of time.
No, we're running out of time, and this actually is going to be the first topic that we'll start off next time with. You
I'm
are
standing there idle.
becoming
yeah, we're gonna
you.
have
Yes, and she's very right on this point, because what now you're doing with
Yes.
you are the little lanyard. You know what a lanyard is? It's a very small thing that the police put on theirs, their uniforms, but it's
Yeah.
very, very, very tough. So when they came to you looking for that, you became that holding point of where they have before they hit the bottom. Case in point, I have a friend who always tells me, you could be broken, but you're not down. If you are down there and you're already broken, you cannot get your ass up there, but you have a line of holding. Very simple point. So if you feel that they're becoming a bother, you are now taking a scissor and cutting that. But now that is what James was talking about, and that is what Mama Fordy was talking about, and that is what Ruth was talking about. You need to be that person who gives them a steps to. And that steps to has to come with limitations too. It doesn't have to be a fully executed 19 years of living with me until you figure that you need to actually take a shower every 7 days, you know. But it's the realization of actually jump starting that kind of thinking. That
This
is
is very
what
true. What
now,
Commander, this is very true.
yeah,
The
It's
problem with
true.
the depressed person is they put guard up when you try to help them, and at first they don't want to admit that they have a problem. It is a.
of course.
I saw that with
There are
my.
some
You're very
issues.
right, Ida.
There are some issues. No, there are some issues God doesn't wake up and figure out. You know what? Commander fucked up a very good, prestigious job and fucked up his marriage. That is why he's sleeping in the car. If Commander cannot figure that out by himself, or he still wants to have a scapegoat, like the way you said this woman was doing, God sometimes says, I give you choices. You figure out. If you want to come back to me, then figure out how human beings should live.
Yeah.
Own up to your mistakes, and from there I'll try and bless you with strength to figure out how to move on to the next step.
Right.
But now the biggest question would be, how do you get these people out of that point? And you gave a good example of how you felt after doing it for a minute. You were done with it. You did not want to do it for so long, you know.
Yeah.
But was the person that you were helping, how did you approach it? That would be my question to you. Not about them. You are the person who is the good Samaritan. This was brought to you. Did
Yeah.
you become a dick to them? Were you a good person to them? Did you try and understand their emotions, or all you thought was your materialistic things? How you paying so much money for their dinner, but not showing them the right way, like prayer, being encouraging to them, being a friend to them? Go
Yep.
figure. It is
You
what
know,
it is for
I will
everybody.
speak I mean, I'll speak on behalf of how we handled like our sister, right? We were very supportive. We've always been supportive, right? Um, been there, tried all the revenues, but it gets to a place you're like, especially maybe I might come out a little bit harsh because I don't drink, right? And because I don't drink, I might not understand what this other person is going through and why they have to fall back on the drinking again and again and again and again.
But remember, you have your flaws. You eat your
I do have
cheesecake
my
too
flaws.
much. You eat,
Eh,
yeah. So it is not just about drinking. There are people when they're going through that they become sexual perverts. They can
and that's
sleep
what
with
I,
15 people within a day. So it is figurative that we use the word drinking.
right. I,
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
do. Yeah, I think it's we need some awareness in the community, especially those people that are handling people who are depressed.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get a little bit harsh after you've tried so many times and tried different revenues. You get to a place you're like, I cannot continue hauling you on my back. I have to drop you
Yeah.
because you get depressed too. You start getting depressed because they're depressed.
I know. Yeah.
You know. So I'm thinking there needs to be an awareness out there on also not just for the people who are depressed, but also those people who are helping those guys
No. Yeah.
who
Yeah.
are
There is. I mean, the people who are living with people who are depressed. There are resources out there for you to go learn. They're
yeah
online. You can go learning how to live with an alcoholic, living with. You can even you yourself go to an alcoholic anonymous class and say, "Hey, I'm living with an alcoholic," and you just listen to the stories just for a day, and you will get a lot of resources from them. Just going and sitting in a.
that's
Hmm?
interesting.
Yeah, they're there. The resources are there. Yeah, because either you're supporting the behavior of the depressed, or you're either you're helping or you're making it worse.
Right.
Yeah. So there are no in betweens here. So either you're helping this person become a better person or recover, or in the recovery, or you are there to hinder their recovery. So it's just cut and dry like that. And that's
Yeah.
what I think. Yeah. Yeah.
So what is your final thing
Okay.
as we are about to close up? What is your overview on how you've been helping those people who are depressed, the alcoholic? I know you have helped a lot.
The first thing is that my husband and we don't judge them. And for me, basically, for my husband, history, trust me, he has made me to accept everybody. You know, so for them, I have never cast them out. Even if they talk bad about me, I don't confront them. Because I know they have the problem, and there is no you can confront somebody who has a problem and try to give him another problem.
Mhm.
Number two, we have put them in charge. We tell them they have to pray. We used to even to do the Bible study together, and my husband was taking one of them even to churches. So you have to put God in everything. I don't care. You can go to the therapy, you can go to the counselor, but let me tell you one, the only person who can sustain your spirit and to
Right.
make sure that depression is gone is through God. Because
Right.
if you have God, you have the strength even to be able to help other people. You have the strength to know that this is not me, this is not my depression. And if you go back to the word, you say, you know what, God created me knowing that he gave me everything and control of everything in this world. So if I don't have the control of myself, how can I control the things that God created in
Mm.
this world?
That's a word for somebody. Mm-hmm.
you know so if
Mm-hmm.
and then you start loving yourself. Don't
She went off.
judgment from people. You are you
Yeah.
you are the one who is carrying the cross like Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
for you to get rid of that cross is not whining, because even
Mm-hmm.
Jesus himself, he could have whined and say, you know
Mm-hmm.
what, I want
Mm-hmm.
help, I want help. No, you carry that cross and speak it out, and you talk to God. That's it. And everything is gonna flow very, 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 very wonderfully.
Wow. Today I got to
That's
God.
powerful.
Peter said, God above all. It's true. I've always said that I'm not going to demean depression because it's on the rise. It's real. It's a kicker right now. It's real. But because it affects your inner man, it does affect your psychological part. Uh, the one and only who can touch the deepest pocket of your life is God. He will heal your soul because he's the manufacturer of our soul and our spirit and our mind. So you can only go back to the manufacturer, even as we are using the other resources that are out there to help us navigate through this depression.
Exactly.
So my heart goes out to everybody who is battling depression. I know it's pushing people to places where they're committing suicide. So my heart goes out to you guys, and forgive people like us who try to help, but sometimes we might not understand the intensity of what you're going through. Um, and I hope and pray that those people who are helping the people who are going through depression will have a empathy, as Lucy said, empathy, encourage them, understand their frustration, be there
Yeah.
for them, to encourage them. And I'm glad that you guys are survivors of depression, so that you can enlighten people out there how you are in it and how you got out of it and all the resources and the tools. So I hope maybe
Yeah.
we can come back again and you guys can give people those tools and the resources.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and, and,
sure.
and another thing I want to tell everybody, we have this called BSF. You can Google it. It's a Bible study foundation. It's
Fellowship.
all over the world. It's a fellowship, and it's all over the world. They have the Men's Day, and they have Women's Day. So you cannot join together with men. So everybody is different. And I'm telling you, it's very good. It has helped my husband. It has helped my father-in-law. It has helped so many people. So if you can join that BSF, because you are talking about, yourself, and it's going to the, to the spiritual, to God. I'm telling you, I don't see, because we have people in there. Sometimes they come and talk about their depression, but after we talk to each other, you see somebody coming and testify, making you say, I don't care about anything else. I want to care about this. So,
Yes.
BSF, Bible Study Fellowship Foundation.
Okay. Bible study, BSF, Bible Study Fellowship. You guys join out there. Find any resources that will help you. Don't die yourself. Don't get to a place where you think of killing yourself. We have had so many people, even here in diaspora in the United States, who have killed themselves because of the depression. Please do not die yourself. Do not die in silence. Speak out. If you want to join this show, you want to come here to this show and just talk so that you can pour your heart out, feel free. These platform, we don't condemn. We can judge, but we're not gonna condemn. We ain't gonna condemn you. So you can come here and pour your heart out and talk your shenanigans, and we will love on you. We will love on you, and hopefully we can also help where to find resources. What do you have to say, James, before we wrap up?
Oh, okay. On the point of AA, I wanna stress that that's a tool that you can use, and when you go to AA, you'll be
sure. Because there's so many people out there who don't believe in church, like out of the fast being given the Bible. So AA, it bridges you from you not being a believer towards the Bible. It's a bridge to shore. That's what we call it. So
What does
you can use it. If you're not a very good believer of God, you know, we are all trying to go back to the manufacturer. That's
Right.
what we say. Depression comes out of us not having not having God in our lives. So and AA is a part of that. It brings you, it's a bridge to shore. So it will bring you towards the Bible and all that. So don't think that it is something out there. And it has helped thousands among millions of people. So
What does
and it's a good tool.
Alcoholic Anonymous.
Huh?
Oh, Alcohol Anonymous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Alcohol Anonymous. Okay, AA to
Alcoholic.
Alcoholic Anonymous.
Yeah, Alcoholic Anonymous. Yeah.
Okay, Alcoholic Anonymous. Alcoholism is big in diaspora. Alcoholism
Yes.
is big in diaspora.
Yes. Yes.
My
yes.
goodness, my goodness, my
Yes,
goodness,
yes.
my goodness. That's another topic for another day. We can't even talk about that right now. Mr. Commander, what do you have to say before we wrap up?
it all comes back to the desire. If you desire to actually have a way forward after getting into the said hole, you gotta choose your weapons well. You gotta choose your choice of path well.
Right.
If it means going back to the Bible, refer to the book of Job. Saying to that, next week we have to find a solution to this. So if you did watch this, make sure you join in because we are coming back with solutions. We had the experience
We are coming
today,
back
but
with solutions.
next week is about solutions. And of course,
Solutions, yes.
Ruth Kinyanjui, always a pleasure. Mama Fuadi, even if you left us, we shall catch up later on.
She said, Dash, good
Kinyanjui
night.
and Desh, always a pleasure. He had to make sure he's not. Oh, Kinyanjui is back. Mr.
Yeah, I
Kinyanjui,
don't know. I don't know. My connection
always,
went up.
always a pleasure having you
Mm.
talking to us every Sunday, and of course, amazing Grace.
Yeah,
We love you all.
we love it.
We love you guys.
So
We love
you
you
tag
guys.
everybody, follow, tag your friends, tag everybody. You come here and we get a solution on Sunday.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dash says good night. Oh, Mama Fwadi is back. Amesema haibaki nyuma.
Oh
Mama
man, Mama Fuadi,
Nimekuja
hey.
kusalimia, nimekuja kuwasalimia. Good night everyone.
Yeah.
Na watu wa
Lap up the
depression.
time, alafu finish up
hebu tuambie your last word.
My last word.
Yeah, the depression.
The depression. No, that one which Inilo alikuwa anaongea mambo ya AA. Our rehab, it was a must. Every Tuesday and Thursday, lazima bwana yangu amekuja wakati kuna meeting. He had to attend by must. Because they used to say also him, he has a problem. Not only me. Maybe he's the problem. So he has to come to listen to the problem. So it helps. The way he was talking to him is the way he came to treat me in the house. He knows the step to make. Not like you don't know how to handle that sister of yours. You don't know how to handle it. Yeah,
They taught him.
Yes, but he knows how to handle me. So you can see me when I can go for holiday with him. Mimi unione hata nikishika chupa, lakini aniachilie siku 3 anakuta bibi yake kwa hospitali. Ndio atakangi kuniacha.
I am laughing. I'm laughing, but we're gonna talk about this alcoholism. It's real. Let me tell you. There's a radio show that I listen to, and both these guys, they're Christian, and they talk about their recovery process and the fact that they don't drink. They haven't been drinking for like over 15 years, but they say they don't even hang around people who drink.
No,
because they can feel the temptation.
Yes, also me, I don't hang with people. Mimi hata sasa niko lonely. Me, I'm always lonely because my friends before were all drunkard. Kitu ya kwanza wakati nitoka rehab, nilikata hiyo rafiki yote. Hata tukikutana kwa barabara inakuanga palo kwa heri naangalia wasiniambie kama we have a drink. So ndio hiyo ilinifanya niache those friends, but it is a boring life. I can say now me, I have a very boring life. Before when I was drunkard, it was nice. Wacha niachange mimi sisemangi uongo. Now it is very boring, but it's good and sober. Sitaki kudanganya watu, najua nadanganya watu ati be sober is a good life. No, it's a very boring life.
I disagree. Maybe because you have tasted the other side.
Yes.
For me, I don't think it's boring. So if you don't drink, it's not a boring life.
If you taste the other side, you will tell me it is very sweet. It is very, very sweet. Ask Irongo. Irongo, how is it? The story of here.
I'm trying to unmute Irongo. I'm mute.
Oh, I muted myself. Oh, pole Mama Fuadi. Ni tamu kuliko ile maneno matamu ilitoa nyoka pangoni.
So I'm missing out.
No, you're not missing out.
No, you're not.
Miko then wambie,
You're already hyper enough.
najua pasta.
We cannot stand you drunk.
Miko then wambie.
Si utoe
Ngoja
watu
niwaambie
kwa
tu.
show, si utoe live kwa sababu sasa show yenu kwa Erini.
Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. You know, we get soaked up. Oh, my God.
Yes.
No, we are right on time. It's 1 hour, 30 minutes. We are right on time.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for
Where are
tuning
we?
in.
Okay, go ahead.
These
Sorry.
people, they always distract me. But again, I told you, this is the beauty of this platform. We don't have the system where we feel like we have to be squeezed up to mejinyonga. No, we like everybody to be comfortable. That's why I'm saying, if you want to come to the show and be comfortable with us, come here and just chill and just snuggle with us and talk to us and with us, even as we are talking to our viewers out there. So you guys, good night. Thank you, Mr. Irongo, Kenyanjui, Mama Fuadi, crazy as always. Always. Amesema we are retired grown-ups. We are retired people.
We are retired babies.
We expired babies. Hashtag. I'm gonna use that. Hashtag
that won the day.
expired babies. Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys, good night. Love you guys. Till next week. I'm still trying to come up with a system where we can have consistent time. But you guys have to understand, we have people in Kenya, we have people in Europe, in US, trying to come together. So just bear with our shenanigans. Don't condemn us. You can judge us, but don't condemn.
Yes.
So we love you and have a good night everywhere.
Love you all.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.